Alright, hey guys, what is up? Are we ready for Alliance Raid time? Sadly, I've mentioned this a few times, but they won't let us do expansion current Alliance Raids, minimum item level, no echo. So tragically, we're gonna have to do this in the normal way. Oh shit, wait, no, that's the wrong character. I thought I switched servers. Hang on. My characters don't even look alike right now. I just was hitting buttons. But yeah. Worry not, though, Snacks. When 8.0 comes out, we will do a victory lap. We will do all of the Dawn Trail dungeons, mine with 3 people. We will do the trials with 4. We will do the raids with 6 and the Alliance raids with 15 to 18. And it will be glorious. And then I'll do 8.0 MSQ. Depending, I'm probably gonna, honestly, when 8.0 comes out, I'll probably take a, well, we'll see. Making me hydrate already. Goddamn. I keep going back and forth on this because, like, on one hand, my mindset is, oh man, I don't know what the queues are going to be like during early access, but I've played through early access in Final Fantasy XIV for new expansions enough times that I know I probably won't want to stream Final Fantasy XIV for like 2 weeks at least after the expansion comes out. On the other hand, I keep having to remind myself I'm allowed to stream other games and will in fact probably be on other games by the time 8.0 comes out. On the other hand, I might just want to take that break so I can focus on playing the expansion and have a little 8.0 vacation. I have lots of time to worry about, or before I really need to worry about this, but yeah. Anyway. Hey, look at that. We're finally logged in. As soon as, there we go. OBS has decided to cooperate with me. But yeah, so I don't know how I'm gonna handle 8.0 dropping yet compared to, I mean, I did take 2 weeks off of streaming when 7.0 came out, so I might just do the same thing. We shall see. If it comes out when I think it's gonna come out, it may not matter. I may already be planning on taking a break during that time. But yeah. Anyway, in the meantime, let's start this Alliance raid. A Hubigo Messenger. This Hubigo Messenger is looking for a well-traveled adventurer. Hey, that's me! I say, aren't you Shizune? That certainly saves me a lot of trouble. I was asked to find you on behalf of Milalja. Curious happenings abound in Mamook of late, and we thought one with your worldly experience may be able to help us make sense of things. If you have the time and inclination to aid us, she awaits you in Mamook. You'll find her west of the plaza, in the large building near the two-headed statue. Alright. It does feel really good being able to do these quests, like do raid quests and stuff and go into raids and not worry about, oh man, what job do I want the experience on? I don't want to over-level something because I'm at level cap now, so it doesn't matter. I'm free. Jeez, when they said off the plaza, I didn't realize they meant this off the plaza, but okay. Two-headed statue. Hi, Legoshi. What's up? Thank you for coming. Truth be told, I was unsure if I was right to call you. But the troubles we now face cannot be overcome with our strength alone. What kind of troubles? I will recruit as many people as want to join in. I would love help. It'll be fun. It all began when we found a fallen traveler in the sky deep cenote. For a mercy, his wounds were not life-threatening. His kind is not a common sight in these lands. Tall and slender of build, with pointed ears. He has yet to awaken, but speaks in his sleep of strange things that make little sense to us. It was our hope that you might recognize something in his ramblings, or perhaps even jog his memory once he regains consciousness. Might you be willing to speak with him? Sure. Milalja, the traveler stirs. Very good. If you would be so kind as to bring him here. We are glad to see you awake and in good health besides. May I ask your name, traveler? My name? I'm sorry, I can't remember. It would seem the fall has affected his memory. In any case, his presence here is a complete mystery to us. His armor the only hint as to whence he came. Does anything about him strike you as out of the ordinary? I mean, that's a Realm Reborn armor. Was that armor a reference to Final Fantasy XI stuff? Not much different from any other Elizin I've met. Or would that be Eldite? Elizin? Eldite? No, that's not quite right. Ugh. I remember. I'm an Elvan adventurer. Look at these friendly guys. Being so friendly. And you're Mamulja. Could it be I've come to Mamuk? Wait, if I'm in Mamuk, then I must have been taken prisoner. Eh? But these guys are friendly. They're friendly friends. So to so readily believe us enemies. Perhaps he comes from a land unfamiliar with our customs, across the salt. Maybe, but Mamulja aren't aren't like that in Eorzea. I'm not so sure. We've no way to know for certain, in which case... Milalja! We must gather our strongest fighters at once. Why? What's happened? Galuljaja's shade has returned. It's been sighted near Drak Descent. Akuljaja has engaged the apparition, but I fear the worst. The vow of Resolve's companion from the feet of the Brotherhood. I suspect you would understand the graveness of the situation better than most. In recent days, the late Dawn Servant's shade has been seen wandering the woods of Yoctel. I have reason to believe it was invoked in like manner to the one used in the feat. Only a privileged few of the Bunewa should be privy to the knowledge required to perform the rite. The culprit will be found in time, but we've a more pressing matter at hand now. I must hurry and inform the Landsguard. Bakul Jaja requires reinforcements. The Dawn Servant's shade. I fear he may not hold out until the guard assembles. Want me to help? I am loath to ask such a favor, but would you aid Bakul Jaja in this matter? I literally just offered to help. Sure, I'll go save one of my favorite idiots. I'm in your debt. Bulk Drak Descent is to the west of here. Please, go and help my son. Sure thing. Galul Jaja? Oh. I find these quests really interesting because at this point, as far as main series Final Fantasy games go, 11 is the only one I haven't played. And so I didn't, like, it kind of is a perfect example of what I talk about when I say that, like, Final Fantasy XIV is at its best when it is taking references from different Final Fantasy games and making them feel really incorporated into the world and the world building, and like making it feel really organic, so that people who don't know what the references are, like the people who do know what the references are can be like, oh hey, cool, that's a really good reference and that's a really cool way of doing that. But those of us who don't know the references, it won't even register until someone tells us. Or until we've played whatever Final Fantasy is being referenced and go, oh, hey, so that's where that came from. I didn't realize until I was watching Mr. Happy's video about the last live letter that, like, Gerferler is from Final Fantasy XI. I kind of forgot that these quests, Galul Jaja and a lot of the other, like, Mamulja related stuff are references to Final Fantasy XI. They didn't just contain the 11 references to the Vanadil raids. And I think that's really cool. Gah! What? Yeah! Oh, hi, Galul Jaja. That's weird. You should be dead. Pathetic. And you dare call yourselves blessed siblings? Not bad. You might actually prove a challenge. If you've come to help, best stay on your guard. He's not alone. Oh, hello. What big fists you have. Which character do you like better, Legoshi? What's this? Another monster in need of slaying? Don't worry, I'll send them packing. Here I go. Nullifying dropkick! Oh no, you don't! I can't explain why, but something told me I had to be here. Ha! Not bad! Not bad at all. But it'll take more than that couple of Tari to stop me. Tari? Are you daft, girl? You can speak! A shame you don't have any manners. The name's Prish. You do well to remember it. Krish? Watch out! Looks like I win! One Taurus down. One more to go, or one to go. I hope you're ready. Does she just not see the cool Jaja? Yeah. At ease, Preesh. We've seen to our task. Come. Whatever you say, Ulmia. Ulmia? Ulmia? What is she talking about? Preesh, wait! Please, don't go! I'm guessing word of the Dawn Servant's shade is what brought you here. I don't know what that girl has to do with all this, but clearly she's aligned with whoever summoned them. The way remains open, though there's no telling where it leads. There's only one way to find out! Even so, they can't be allowed to return. We have a duty to protect this force, and I'll not see it torn apart by some two-headed imposter. Let's hurry after them, brother. Watch over that one, won't you? Wait. It's dangerous to go alone. Take me with you. Preesh, what's happened to you? Are you okay? Everything's still hazy, but I recall fighting alongside that girl. We were comrades in arms, I think. Huh? But something was clearly wrong with her. She not only mistook me for a monster, but she called her two-headed companion Ulmia. The Ulmia I know is an Elvan woman, a far cry from the reptilian fiend we encountered. Something dark has taken hold of her, clouded her mind. I have to go and... Ugh. You're not going anywhere with those wounds. But she needs me. I'll take care of it. You would go in my stead? I know not how to thank you. You can start by saying thank you. I've recognized that look. The eyes of a woman who's seen more than their fair share of battle. Despite what Preesh has done, she was a dear friend to me. I'm fairly certain. I'll do my best to help her. Have care, friend. There's no telling what lies behind or beyond that portal. Don't worry. I'm used to jumping into mystery portals. I was expecting the townsfolk to be indifferent, if not hostile. when I asked for a sword and shield, but they did not hesitate to help and send me on my way. I think I've always been accustomed to such armaments, though. Once recovered, I should be glad to put them to good use at your side. Yeah, okay. It's go time, everybody. Okay, let's get that party together. Why is it not letting me invite Ash? Now, why is this not working? Hang on. Look, I tried inviting you from the tel you sent me. It wasn't working. Just say something in Link Shell next time, Ash. We're in at least one of them together. Also, Legoshi, are you in my Link Shell? No! What do you mean, no? Fine, next time I won't bother digging through my friends list or the Link Shell to find you, Ash. I'm gonna make you, if you want to join in. What's your character name? I can send you an invite if you're on Ether. I'm just gonna throw a party invite to Kieran and see what happens. Damn it, Kieran! Also, I'm going to hippity hop into voice chat in the Discord. It would help. Yeah, okay, I did go into the right thing. Yell at the emergency rations real quick. You're on Midgard? Alright, hang on. Let me... You won't be able to join in next time? Oh gosh, gee, that's too bad. Party Finder. Or, you know what? Yeah. Legoshi, either send a DM to Shizune Dazkar or Whisper, Tell, whatever you want to call them, in game, and I will add you to the Link Shell and also kidnap you into the party. I think we have room in the Link Shell. I'll make room in the Link Shell if there's not. Raid night. Emergency rations. Hey, guys. Jeuno unlocked. Hit me up in game if you want in. We're doing so. There we go. Alright, I'm gonna set up a quick party finder just to make this easier. Replay. Ugh. Raids. Jeuno. All right. We have Kieran. We can do Kieran memes. Excellent, excellent. So yeah, Legoshi, which character am I grabbing? I feel weird putting myself up in PF when, like, it's just going to be for the community and then we're queuing in. Legoshi Saika, alright. I should be able to, oh. Oh, right, because I can't do this through... I know how I can do this, hang on. Wait, maybe I don't. They've made this really hard to, like... find people. I guess I will just have to use the party finder. Alright. PF is up. Get in here, Legoshi. Yeah, it's because we're on different servers, because I'm on Ferry. But join the party, and then also... Let me make sure there's room in the link shell. There is room in the link shell. Alright, so cool. Let me make this a lot easier for you to join in on future hijinks. There we go. All right, that is everybody, it looks like, who has responded. If anybody else wants to join in and they say so before we actually get in, then cool. If anybody wants to join in voice chat, I am in voice chat in the Pantry Discord. Oh. Are we gonna have a full party from the stream? 2 more people and we'll be able to pull it off. Gonna also share that in other link show. But yeah. Anyway. All right. Looks like we've got everybody, unless last call. Does anybody else need me to open up the party finder to grab them? Anybody from the link shell want to speak up and get an invite? Anybody from Discord? I'm gonna cue us in 3, 2, 1. And now we wait. In the meantime. Oh, never mind, we're not waiting. I just realized I should have ready checked. Kieran!
Hello.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay. Let's go. Yeah. I'm so used to you healing that I was about to apologize to you specifically, but
No, I have a gun. I possess a firearm this time around.
Near Legoshi, I'm sorry. I am questionable at best at these fights. Although it'll help that I'm not playing with the game muted. Doing Precious fight using visual cues only is most certainly an experience.
Careful. That girl is stronger than she looks.
How about we start with a big fat knuckle sandwich?
I already ate, but thank you.
Here we go! Wait for it! Wait for it! Bam! Is that all you've got?
I forgot there's an end to that out.
Wait for it! Wait for it!
Did you really?
Wait for it! Bam! Not buying drop kick to your fat head! Altana, give me strength! By the light of the dawn! Not bad! Not bad at all! Oh, we're just getting started! Wait for it! Wait for it!
Oh,
A royal uppercut! Behold, the blessed power of Altana! Still kicking? 'Cause so am I! You ready for this? Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. A royal uppercut. Man, is that all? And I was just working up an appetite. This should do it. Take this, and that, and one of these. wasn't how it was supposed to go.
I've a bone to pick with this one. But first... The only way out is forward.
Why is the way he chooses to carry her by, like, having her sit on his hand?
A forest, huh?
Oh, that's right, there's lore in here.
Go. We'll look after the girl.
Eventually.
What is that? Is some kind of Turan?
Also, I just realized, am I stupid? Is Kieran the second raid, not the first one?
Yes, you brought me in here for nothing.
God damn it, you could have said something. Also, it wasn't for nothing. It was for friendship.
On your guard.
I could be
sense
playing
something about it.
Mahjong.
Something
Jeez.
Yeah, I rescued you. You're welcome.
I
A
like
dragon.
Mahjong.
But surely it's no match for you.
Dragon. That's funny. I didn't realize we were in Eureka. Oh, right. I'm really bad at this fight. I'm sure I'll be fine. What's the worst that could happen? Aren't you glad you're not healing me in here?
I was told to play machinist instead. I asked for a random class.
Ow! Thank you, Legoshi. Alright, let me... I'm okay. Ooh, I am not okay. Ow. Thank you again for the race. We win.
Teleportation magic. Oh, brace yourselves.
I forgot that's how that worked. Can you tell I have not been good about doing alliance raids on my main, like at
So
all?
where are we now? And what are these floating
I don't
ruins?
remember doing this since last raid tier. Actually, this was 2 great years ago. Oh god.
Yeah?
What am I to do without my savage rating, Shizu?
You join in with your friend twitch.tv/ShizuCheese as she replays the game. Smile. No lore here. Sad. I know there's something somewhere. Lore! Damn it. This path should have led straight to Veluganan. Or Vanuganan. Shut up, Bukul Jaja. Vanuganan Palace. I'm going to be late for the spawn at this rate. Vanu, what? Remember there was lore that was in an off the beaten path place somewhere around here. Wasn't there? Or was that it? Oh. Here's something. It's in an alliance raid. I could have sworn I defeated those 5 before. Won't be fighting them again alone, that's for sure. I better get out of here before they see me. At the very least, if they were gonna put lore in an alliance raid, they should have given it explorer mode. Or done with it what they did in Shadowbringers with the alliance raids.
5 of them? This should be interesting.
Wait for me!
You shall be burned by the rage that controls you.
Master's fighters.
You shall be consumed by the cowardice that binds you. You shall be twisted by the envy that drives you.
Rage cleaves.
Oops, I'm targeting the wrong guy. There we go.
Cowardice. You shall be smothered by the arrogance that consumes you.
You shall be defeated by the apathy that plagues you.
Ow.
Cowardice dismembers. You shall be consumed by the cowardice that binds you.
Well fought.
We win.
Uklamat shows
Oh,
her
what happened? I
companion's
thought I
well.
turned off the... Did I hit a button or has my overlay for hits been up this
No
entire
doubt a
time?
warm reception awaits us. Let's go and have a look. What? Why only you?
Because I'm the main character, Bakul Jaja.
Come, mortals. Allow me to show you the depths of my hatred and your folly! I cannot die! Not until I have eradicated you and your kind from this world!
Oh, right. Hang on. Wait. I'm bad at this mechanic. Time to blindly follow the party. You guys won't let me down, right? Ow.
The land trembles before my might!
How'd the mechanic go?
Frail mortals! I will tear your flesh and crush your bones!
I can't believe I didn't get hit by any of that.
So I kind of forgot I should be saving for 2 minutes.
Ow!
2 minutes is a
Flames of hatred! Oh, how they
Hang on, I can
burn.
barely hear you. I'm gonna turn the game volume down just a smidge. There.
There
Hello.
will be naught left of man but smoke and ash!
You're still
2 minute
kind of
meta
quiet.
was... Oh. Sorry, I'm probably just talking quieter than usual on top of everything.
I mean, Final Fantasy XIV also has a sound balancing issue. And also, this guy won't shut up.
This guy doesn't like shutting up.
Let the fires ride and rage!
Ow.
Kneel before
You're
me!
fine.
Mildly
Your
inconveniences
demise
me.
shall portend the extinction of Altana's vile progeny! The darkness within me shall devour you all!
I hit a wrong button, I think. Yes, I did. I fucked up my rotation. Whoops. I will never recover from this.
Insult!
You won't,
I
you're
will
barred.
scour it away with your
You physically
blood.
cannot. Unless you just don't press buttons.
I'm gonna have to, like, not play a song. I'm not gonna have a song to play for a little
Give
bit.
in to
Once
the
I get
darkness of
to that point in
oblivion.
my rotation, I hit a song too early.
Love doing that.
Your funeral dirge has begun. Its mournful notes sing of your demise. Wretched filth, return to the feculent soil that birthed you.
Man, should we just start taking bets now of how much of time I'm gonna spend on the floor when we redo this in
Quenches
8.0?
the candle of your trivial existence.
I can't wait, because there's also going to be more time for you to be on the floor.
Hee. But yeah, I do look forward to the victory lap.
Actually, I am a little scared of this one specifically, because of the Archangel enrage.
Oh, right. Ugh. Ow. Wait, there's an enrage in this fight?
No,
Oh, Archangel has an enrage. Oh, interesting. Is it a cutscene one, like the twins, or not twins, but the siblings and
Can your vaunted justice with
the Endwalker
Basically.
Alliance raid? Interesting.
No, the cheesed around it back on release.
Well, if nothing else, if we hit the enrage, it'll give me a good YouTube clip. Failure is content. Where's my victory cheer? Why are we sad? Anyway, yay! Just in time for the ad break, amazing.
Wonderful.
Roll on that, roll on that, roll on that. Will I actually get anything? So far, nope. Oh, cool, I'm getting gear. I got a gear and 1 music scroll, and I will probably figure out what music I'm missing on my main and then send it to her. Anyway, now I'm stuck in here until after the ad break. Haha. Anyway, thank you, Kieran, for helping out. Thank you, everybody else who joined in. I appreciate you all. And now I have time to get some side content done after stream, or after the raid. Nice. This didn't take me an hour to unlock. So yeah, I'll see you later. Kieran, we will be kidnapping you again in at least 2 weeks.
Wonderful.
Unless we kidnap you earlier for 7.2 and for Arcadia next week. Smile.
Hopefully I can, since I'm gonna not have as much school to deal with.
Are you on break already, or are you on? Oh, are you on spring break?
No. Finals is going to be.
Shouldn't you be studying?
It's 100 classes. My studying has been being present for the class.
Okay. Anyway, I will talk to you later. I'm gonna drop out of voice chat now. I appreciate you again.
Bye.
Thank you for joining in, Legoshi. All right. So yeah, we're gonna hang out for the next minute. And then we will continue with the quests. But yeah, what's exciting is I decided to... If you take a peek over at the YouTube channel, you'll notice I have some very nice thumbnails set up, because I actually scheduled the next couple of streams, because I'm trying to be better about doing that, because it does make my life easier. But you'll notice, hey Shizu, how can you have those cutscenes, or have those screenshots from cutscenes from content you haven't done it already, or haven't done yet? And it's because I used my main. I took advantage of the fact that I've played through 14 before, and took screenshots on my main. Making sure that they weren't anything that actually had my character in it, because my main and this Shizune, they mostly look the same, but there's enough differences where somebody looking closely be like, hey, wait a minute. That's not the same character. I can get away with images of them from the back if they have the same haircut and the same glamour, and they'll look the same. But from the front, they have different eyes. Anyway, oh, we're back from Mads. Hi, everybody. All right, then let us continue. Leave duty. And cutscene. Huh? That's weird. I'm back at the beginning of the raid, question mark, right? Or is this not the same? No, this is where the raid starts off, right? This is the same location. Just different. And haunted, question mark? Are you all right? I think so. I think I have all my limbs and all my toes and fingers. She's merely sleeping. How is she not falling off? It remains to be seen if she'll give us a fight when she when she wakes. Why are you Nanamo carrying her if, like, you're not sure if she can be trusted? And how is she not toppling over if she's asleep? She is leaning away from you. Ah, she stirs. Hello. Ah! two-headed lizard! Why, trying to take a bite out of me, huh? A scrawny thing like you would barely make a snack. Besides, we don't eat people. But cool, Judge, maybe lead with that. Sorry, I'm a little on edge. If you've no quarrel with us, we've none with you. We only wish to talk. Can they really be trusted? Why wouldn't you trust a face like mine? I should know better than to judge people based on their appearance. It's fine. We're an intimidating specimen. Okay, but cool, Judge. I'm Preesh, by the way. Nice to meet you. What is this? Today's just been full of surprises. Uh-huh. Hello? Gods, what's happened to this place? I don't know. Things are most certainly floaty. Auction house. Any questions? In the past, great wealth. The city's not at all what it should be. What I wouldn't give for a drink right about now. Welcome, Chamber of Commerce. We assist job, labor. A solemn shade. Party looking dark samurai dragoon. If you find any worn music scrolls, give them here. Gabi promises to make it worth your while. Where's your pushko? Where's your pushko? Chululu, divining, 5 card, other worthers. Yeah? I'm sure there's lots of very clever Final Fantasy XI references in here, and I'm just not getting them. Oh, right, there's a little inn area in here. Boop. Anything? Anyone? No. Bunch of stuff that'd make for really nice housing items, though. Oh. A thrifty shade. There is someone in here. Neptune's Spire. Applicants invite our branch. Please, we'll issue membership. Hey, didn't I see you in the Boyata tree, or in the Boyata tree? Get anything good from Aquarius? Aquarius? Well, considering the fact that my race does not exist in Final Fantasy XI, Aura are a Final Fantasy XIV original, as far as I know. Probably not, unless you're hallucinating like Krish was. Alright, let's continue the story. There is much of this we don't understand, but what we do understand is the battle is won, for now at least. What would have otherwise been a struggle proved a decisive victory against the Dawn Servant's Shade and the rest of those fiends. That is to say, you're welcome. Thank you for your help, Shizune. You're welcome! Hopefully this girl can give us some answers. Krish is almost definitely, probably certain you are standing in Jeuno. What were your names again? I'm Shizune! Shizune Daskar. Liberator, or Ender of the Dragon Song War. Liberator of Doma and Alamigo. Bearer of Light and Darkness. Savior of the First. Champion of the Star. Stealer of Pants. Shizune, and the cool Jaja, right? I don't know where you're from, but I can tell you I'd love to visit. Can't say I've ever seen anyone quite like you before. Thanks. Does that mean she makes references if you are one of the races based off of 12 races? Or not 12, 11? I'm kind of curious now. If you're done with the small talk, would you mind explaining why you attacked us? What in the world are you talking about? Don't play the fool with us. You were spouting nonsense about us being Tari and nearly killed a man on your rampage. Well, I do recall fighting Tari not long ago to protect Olmia. Olmia? A friend of hers, you say? That's all well and good, but she was addressing Galulja's shade with that name. The incantations it needed to summon it are said to be based on a much older magic, one capable of clouding people's minds. If our enemy is skilled enough to summon Galuljaja, it stands to reason such tricks are not beyond them. Meaning young Krish here was likely tricked into believing the Shade was this Olmia person. You think this Olmia person is going to show up in the final raid, by the way? So it was all an illusion, then. It's starting to come back to me. There was someone who warned me that a dear friend needed my protection. He was blue like your left head, and he gave me these bizarre weapons. Blue like me? I usually fight with my fists, but didn't think twice to accept what they gave me. I suppose their magics are to blame. In any case, I hope the real Olmia hasn't been dragged into all this. Can you tell us anything about the one you thought was your Olmia? Where they may be hiding, perhaps? Would that I could. But when I got here, I was all by my lonesome. Here being where, exactly? Jeuno. At least, I think this is Jeuno. There was never anything like that here before. It's mostly empty, but there are a few people lingering about. If you know where to look, maybe they can tell us something. Go with Krish and see what you can learn of this place and the whereabouts of that shade. We will remain here and keep watch on this rift. Got it. I sense something foul on the winds here. The sooner we leave this place, the better. Right then, let's have a look around. Oh, and we should probably stop by the Tenshodo as well. It's in the back of Neptune's spire across the way from the fountain. I've only visited Jeuno a handful of times, when I needed a place to lay low, and maybe to lick my wounds once or twice. I always enjoyed my time here, though. met quite a few interesting people along the way. Oh, good. I was hoping to run into you two. I don't wish to be overly forward, but why were you speaking with that Mamulja earlier? More importantly, what was it doing here? They would never dare venture beyond the shores of Aragia, unless... My gods, has Galuljaja laid siege to Aturgan? Is Jeuno next to fall? I don't know what any of those words mean. I don't know anything about sieges or invasions, but that Mamulja over there is a friend of mine. They ain't nothing for you to worry about. The poor man's probably more confused than we are about all this. I do hope Serpent General Aliapo is alright. So what you're telling me is that Mikote last names are also an 11 callback, at least the Mooncat ones. Are you still gonna be saying the same thing? Yeah. Okay. Nothing new for you in here. Are these real chairs? Time for the ultimate test. Welcome to an exciting episode of Real or Fake. Real. You're new to Jeuno, aren't you? I can tell by the way you were taking in the sights. The city was built upon Heaven's Bridge, connecting the two great continents of Quan and Mindartia. Mindartia? You'll find there's an upper and lower level, a port, and the administrative plaza of Rulud Gardens. At least, you would have before. Hallways in and out of Lower Jeuno appear to be blocked or cut off. The station here is worse than the situation here is worse than I thought. Adventurers gather from all corners of the world to buy and sell their spoils here. The taxes are a pain, but it's worth it for the wide selection. Just between you and me, though, I've heard you can cut a good deal with merchants peddling their wares just outside of town. But why is it closed? The auction house never closes. Maybe they're waiting for things to return back to normal around here. Whenever they reopen, I suggest you stop by. Who knows, you may get lucky and find something way below market price. What? Why is this blocked off? There are supposed to be stairs here leading to the residential area. I swear, things get stranger here by the minute. Can't say I've seen your sort around here before. Where are you from, stranger? Gridania. No, wait, Ulda. Ulda? Can't say I've heard of it. Most folks passing through hail from Sandoria, Bastok, or Windhurst. Considering the present state of Jeuno, though, it seems strange is becoming a common occurrence. I'd be lying if I said I'd heard of your homeland either, but that's not important right now. At times like this, we need to know who can be trusted. I can be trusted. I'm friend. What sort of place is Ulda, anyway? Maybe I can visit someday. Oh, right, I didn't talk to this guy a second time. Whoopsies! Hang on. I can fix. Even teleport and recall seems to have no effect. What do you suppose has trapped us here? It's me! You press against the door, but it refuses to budge. Won't open? I guess we won't be meeting Aldo. Or then I guess we won't be meeting Aldo. He's head of the Tenshodo. When the world's in danger, he's always there to lend me a hand. Reminds me of my friends, the Scions. Scions, eh? They sound like a competent lot. Unfortunately, we're on our own here. I mean, I could call them. We came here through a portal. There's nothing stopping them from also coming through this portal. Yashola would have a field day. Whatever's happening here, these people are just as bewildered as we are. We should go back and find Bakul Jaja. See if he's noticed anything. I just realized. Is this the first alliance raid we're doing where we're completely on our own without any of the Scions? I mean, okay, A Realm Reborn... Well, no, A Realm Reborn, Sid was involved, and then we met Graha, and that's how we met Graha. Stormblood, or Heavensward... No, I guess Heavensward we were also on our own, huh? That didn't involve anybody. And then Stormblood, Sid again, and Nero. Shadowbringer is obviously Sid, or, not Sid, Thancred and Urianger were involved. Endwalker, we had Raha and Kryl involved. But yeah, this is definitely the first time in a really long time it's just been a solo adventure for us. I mean, yeah, at least a solo adventure in the context of, like, it's us and just us and not the Scions. Not that there aren't people like Bakul Jaja with us. Returned at last. With answers, I hope. So we're truly in this Jeuno, as she says. But I've traveled all over Tural and never heard of a Jeuno or a Sandoria or any of those other places. What in Altana's name is Tural? I thought all you Mumulja were from Aragia. Krish, you're all right. And she has you to thank, I'm sure. Yeah. Thanks for caring, I guess. And who are you exactly? You don't know him? I thought he was a friend of yours. What? I've never seen him before in my life. How can you say such a thing? I mean, you do look like the sort I might know, but I'm drawing a blank. What was the name, or what was the name, mister? My name is... You must be the one they found wounded in the Sky Deep Cenote. Well, we have to call you something. How about Alshal? Vagabond in the Mamulja tongue. Though it may be closer to adventurer in Chizune's Eorzean. Nicely chosen, brother. That does have a rather nice ring to it. Alshal it is. So, where are we exactly? Jeuno, or at least a close approximation. Surely you remember this place, don't you? He doesn't remember anything. It does feel familiar. What's so special about this place, anyway? And where did that damn shade get off to? Bah, none of this makes any sense. My, what a vexing predicament. You! The funny thing is, I can't even be like, man, I thought you were dead, because I don't know that Zeralja did that. Hey, that's the one that put me under a spell. I'm sure of it. So, the Bunewe sycophant yet lives. What are you doing here? As you've found me in a generous mood, I thought I might enlighten you as to the nature of this place. That is why you've come, isn't it? The young lady is correct. This is the Grand Duchy of Jeuno. So we really are in Jeuno. And yet something about it feels so off. Never said this was the real one. It is an imitation, a rather convincing one, I might add, which I created based on visions of another world. Huh? You built this? That I did. While you and yours were holding the Dawn Servant's coronation, Zeralja and I ventured to the gate of the Golden City. Everything was proceeding as planned. The gate's key was in our possession, the power to reshape the world within our grasp. Or so I thought. In the eyes of the resilient sun, I was but a useless tool to be cast aside. By all rights, I should have died when he struck me down. But once the chamber was empty, the gate still open, I saw my chance. What I found when I dragged myself across the threshold was an emptiness, a space beyond time. It was there in this dark expanse I beheld another world. That world was called Vanadil. You know, looking at this is kind of interesting, knowing where we go in the other raids. What a load of rubbish. As if anyone would believe that everything and everyone here is little more than one of your toys. Huh? He turned to stone. As I said, everything you see here is of my creation. Much like we fashioned a phantom of Galuljaja for the feet of the Brotherhood, I was able to use our ceremonial tools to breathe life into my visions of Vanadil. I mean, you weren't just using... Under normal circumstances, my conjurings only have strength enough for a brief clash. With that stone, however, my magics are capable of so much more. Isn't that what Zeralja used to build his army? Electrope, he called it. Yeah. Electrope, you say? Where'd you get it? If you know its name, then I trust you also know these stones are possessed of immense power. Power enough for my creations to persist for as long as I please. Fortunate, then, that that world between worlds was filled with structures made from electrope. More than I could have ever hoped for. Wait, if everything we see here, everything we believed was from Vanadil, is of your making, then... am I? Gods, that would mean I am as well. You Yes, well, a trivial thread in the tapestry of my grand designs. And what a wondrous weave it will be, made possible by the endless possibilities gleaned in that walk of echoes. The memories buried there, those remnants of echoes, will shape my dreams into reality. I once believed that dream lay in the resilient sun, but that bastard is dead to me. By my hand, Terral will have the greatest ruler the world has ever known. That bastard is also just dead. Also, pardon me? I've made an admiral start, but my work is far from finished. Very soon, I will draw upon the echoes once more to summon the greatest beings of Vanadil, and their strength will be made one with this magnificent shade. The reason and resolve which built the nation of Tuliolal, matched with the uncompromising tyranny that commanded the Mamuldra of that world. You'll never get away with this. I'll make sure of it. That's the spirit. My preparations will take time, of course, but when I am ready, you can be certain I will call upon you to bear witness to my greatness. Cirilja, wait! Bam, bam, bam. Preesh? Damn it all. Just when I thought things couldn't get any more complicated, making sense of Alexandria was trouble enough, but now we have this Vanadil to deal with as well. I can only imagine how Preesh and Alshal must be feeling. What do you do when your very existence is called into question? First, he served that tyrant Zeralja, and now he would dare usurp the throne for this pale imitation of the Dawn Servant. Sniveling wretch. Alshal regards Preesh with a... Try as I might, I can recall nothing of my past to refute Zeralja's claims. Preesh, on the other hand, seems to know everything of her past and who she is. Yet to be told the memories of your life are not your own, I can only imagine how she must feel. Now's not the time to be disheartened. At least, not here anyway. I wouldn't trust anything made by Cirilja to be safe for long. Or to remain functional. Let's return to Mammoth. While we still can. My mother will want to know of what we've seen here. Alright, to Mammoth. Oh, right. I probably should have gotten on a mount for this. You know what? I'm gonna get on a mount for this because I think I went down the wrong... Yes, I did. Because this is literally the building I want to go inside of. Now that we're returned, I can see... don't like the repetition of words in that. Now that we're returned, I can see now this isn't the Mammoth that I know. Yeah, so slight editing note, the sentence, sorry to do this, but can't turn off editor brain. I would have removed the second now so that the sentence would read, now that we're returned, I can see this isn't the Mamook that I know. See how that sounds a lot stronger than having that double now there? With that. I'm glad to see you and Bakulja returned safely. And you've brought a new guest. We have. Can't help but notice you didn't say anything about how you're glad that we brought this guy back safely. But, okay. There you are. I thought you should be the one to explain what happened out there in the shocked hell. Yeah, shit's gotten weird. I mean, that's pretty normal for me, so maybe it's not weird, but, like... shit got multidimensional, again. Not simply from another territory, but another world entirely? That explains much of the initial confusion between us. My apologies for any trouble I may have caused, and thank you for taking me in. Different worlds, and yet we seem to have so much in common. I cannot help but wonder what it is that links the two together. That, or what indeed. You mistook us for the Mamulja of your Vanadil when we first met. May I ask what they are like? Nothing at all like you and yours, even if they do bear a striking resemblance. There was a time when all the peoples of Vanadil, the Mamulja included, knew peace. But a tyrant possessed of a terrible power claimed the rulership over the Mamulja and turned them against us. Before we realized it, we were at war. A tale similar to ours in a way. The rare few of us born with two heads grow to be immensely powerful. That power was used to justify our preeminence over all others. But that is not who we are anymore. We can be better than our forebears. We will be better. Of all our work, all of our hard work will be for nothing if Cyril just succeeds in seizing the throne. Yeah, shouldn't we tell Wuklamot and Kona about this? Well, you'll not want for aid in stopping him. I promise you that. Oh ho! Keen to lend a hand, are you? I don't need to know who I am to know the right thing to do. My blade is yours. On my honor as an adventurer of Vanadil, we will put an end to Cyrilja's schemes. If she were here, I'm sure she'd have done the same. Right then. We can worry about whether or not I'm real another day. I'm not going to stand around and let this Cyrilja piss all over the memories of my home. So you can count me in, too. Don't think you can forget about us. This all started in Yachtel, and we have a duty to keep our forest safe. Cyrilja has left us without a trail to follow, but it's only a matter of time before he reveals himself to challenge Jeuno once more. If you're to be ready, I think it prudent the two of you learn more of our world. An excellent idea, brother. We should start with Tuliolol and see if, or to our own preparations while we're there. If you would meet us at the dirigible landing, we'll see Prish and Alshal to Tuliolol. Sounds good. I have no doubt Alshal and Prish will be safe at your side. But do make sure Bakulja doesn't overexert himself. I will do my best. Ah, you meant that dirigible landing. Okay. Over here. Yeah, especially since we're here, shouldn't we tell the current Dawn servants about what's going on? Shouldn't the involved in all of this? Those balloon-powered airships are really something. I didn't expect the flight to be so smooth. So, this is Tuliolo. Before I forget, I couldn't help but notice how much you seem to know about me. Is there anything else you remember? I'm afraid I don't. And as you don't recognize me either, perhaps we weren't acquaintances after all. What I know of you was likely overheard in a tavern somewhere. Patrons sharing stories of your famed exploits. I see. Well, I'll leave it at that then. Now, where to begin? Brother, would it not be wise to first apprise the Landsguard of what's happened? Or would you prefer another stern lecture from the Vow of Reason? Ah, okay. Ugh, I'd sooner rip our tail off, or rip off our tail. Fine. Could you keep them occupied while we see to the Landsguard? Maybe take them to eat or something. Ah, I know. Take them to Auntie's to sample her tacos. Here, for that first meal of yours we spoiled. I feel like you should be giving any money for that to Wooklamot. And just so we're clear, we're not expecting to earn your forgiveness. No amount of good deeds will ever undo our past. But there's always time to build a better future. Yeah. Proud of you, but cool, Jaja. When you get there, tell her we sent you. She'll see that they're taken care of. I hope she might remember me, but she doesn't even know me. Gods, who am I? I bet you're supposed to represent or like be a stand-in for the Final Fantasy XI player character. Auntie's tacos, eh? Let me guess. How did you know? Oh, I can hardly wait. I eat tacos all the time back home. Though I suppose it wouldn't hurt to take a more scenic route. Maybe something along the way will help jog Alshal's memory. The diversity of the people here is unlike anything I've ever seen in Vanadil. I can't tell you what a relief it is to know everyone here can get along. Walking the streets of an unfamiliar city, it feels like I'm back on another adventure. Yeah, so Theory 1. He is a stand-in for the Final Fantasy XI player. Theory 2. He is the recreation of an Asm fragment. Or even maybe full-on an Asm fragment since he was found in the Skydeep Cenote. Maybe he actually did successfully get dragged out of another world. Theory 3. All of the above. Theory 4, he's evil. What in Altana's name is that? Do people actually ride those things? They sure do. Chocobos are the only beasts I've ever seen used for riding in Vanadil. If they have any, I'd sure like to see them. Do you want to meet River? He's my partner in crime. Those creatures remind me of the Chocobos in Vanadil. They say we adventurers found them indispensable, or to say we adventurers found them indispensable would be no exaggeration. From shore to shore, they were our faithful companions, wheresoever the roads might lead us. It's the same here. I love River. He's my best friend. Or at least one of them. My most constant companion. My home is surrounded by ocean too, you know. It has the most beautiful views on a clear day. Not without the occasional monster, though. It's nice being able to walk around like this without your guard up all the time. I cannot say why, but I've remembered something looking out at the sand dunes. There was a man out on the docks who claimed he could teach me new battle arts, but he would only agree on the condition that I retrieve for him a damselfly worm, an apron, and a magic skull. I don't suppose you've met anyone on your travels who's made such queer requests? Nope. There was a time when picking up a job required leveling 2 classes. But they don't do that anymore. For better or worse. Ooh. Just had a little lag hiccup there. Okay, we're okay. Oh, I see. This is the place, right? I can smell the savory meats already. And you must be Aunt T. The cool judge recommended we sample your tacos, so we'll have 3 of your finest, please. The cool judge sent you, did he? Take a seat, and I'll be right over with a tray of our... Yeah! She looks so happy. Tacos at long last. Oh, how I've waited for this moment. Where's our eat taco emote, by the way? I thought nothing could match the rich flavor of our tacos back home, but the spicy seasoning of this meat is something else. This meal's on Bakul Jaja, so don't hold back. Preesh has taken the lead, but we won't be outdone, surely. Yeah. Honk. Honk. Phew, I couldn't eat another bite. Thanks for treating us. Don't thank me, thank Bakul Jaja. I put all this on his tab. It was almost like a taste of home. Have nausea. Seeing as we still have a little extra time to ourselves, care to hear more about Vanadil? I would love to. "20 years ago, the land was gripped by a terrible conflict. The Crystal War, they called it. And it wasn't long before my home, Pavnazia, was drawn into the struggle. During their assault on the peninsula, the Beastmen launched a weapon so powerful it sundered the land connecting us to the mainland. Those who survived fled to the Tavnazian safehold. It wasn't much, but we were able to piece together a modest living down in those caves." That sounds a lot like Galmora. Sorry. I'm spoiling the mood, aren't I? You're an adventurer too, aren't you? Have any tales of daring you can share with us? Oh boy, where do I begin? Do I just tell them everything? And then I stole that guy's pants. Traveling to other worlds, saving this one from the very embodiment of despair. Wait, really? You're not just an adventurer, you're a goddamn living legend. Yeah. I get that a lot. A hero. And a living legend. Sorry for the wait. There was much to apprise the Landsguard of, as you well know. That Cerealja was behind the stolen relics, and the sightings of Gululjaja was understandably difficult for them to hear. And yet, there are others enticed by the rumors of a strange portal in the woods. I've heard some foolhardy treasure seekers have even gone off looking for it. That can't be good. A dangerous thought, knowing Cerealja could show up at any time with more of those echoes. Which is why I'm going back to Jeuno to make sure our people stay out of there. If you're going, then so are we. It beats sitting around waiting. Right. Hang on, I need to check something. Oh, maybe I'll finish this quest first. I just want to make sure I'm not accidentally starting a quest that okay, cool. I'm not. I just want to make sure I hadn't accidentally started 7.1 quests, or 7.2 quests. I'm fairly sure I've had Tabnazi and tacos before. They were famous for their hardiness and helped stave off fatigue, perfect for those who often found themselves on the defensive in battle. So it was raid food, I'm guessing. Maybe we should bring Wuklama and that other friend of yours. Trial, was it? Yes, exactly! Or Y'shtola. I mean, I know she's busy in living memory right now, but like, gods, those tacos were bloody brilliant. There's nothing better than good food and good company to pass the time. As soon as Bukuljaja gives the word, we'll be off. Bukuljaja is ready to return to Jeuno. Would that we had time to show you more of Tuliolo, but we can't afford to have anyone wandering about in Jeuno. Then let us make haste to Yachtel. Have they added the bird guy yet? Or do I have to start the quest for the next raid, or finish this quest to get that? Nope, I have to wait. Okay, I was trying to see if going to Ikrosh would be faster, but it's faster right now. There's a reason they had to add an NPC that could just fly you over there. It's hard to blame anyone for wanting to take a peek inside. I know I certainly would. Yeah, that's fair, but the sooner we clear this place out, the better. I can only speak for myself, but the idea of running headlong through a mysterious rift to God's knows where in search of treasure seems absurd. No, that's actually incredibly normal for us, at least in this world. Toral has no shortage of legends like the City of Gold to inspire would-be treasure seekers. No risk is too great if they believe their dreams can be realized. Efforts better spent on a more honest living, I'd say. Walking the noble path like you, brother. In any case, whoever we find there, we have to get them out quickly. Yeah, good luck with that. I realize how preposterous it seems, but none of this is real. A Mamulja by the name of Cyrilja created this place. I don't think they're gonna care about that. And what if one of those weird shadow things decides to gobble you up? When I jumped through that rift, I was expecting a dungeon or maybe a labyrinth, not whatever all this is. Oh gosh, gee, that's so disappointing. Guess you'll have to go. It's dangerous and I need to leave? Don't make me laugh. Not long ago, I heard someone crowing in the streets about some rare stone they found. Something like that could be worth a fortune. I'm not going anywhere if there's riches just laying around for the taking. Checking my posture. Oh goodness, and hydrating. Cold water, yum yum. Just threaten him? I don't think that'll work. I don't think the people here have that much of a sense of self-preservation. Anybody up here I can talk to? Nope. We don't mean to threaten you, but you need to leave at once. This place is more dangerous than it looks. Never seen a city like this in Toral before. Dangerous, you say? Perhaps I should hold off on surveying further then. What a shame. I happened upon a rather curious stone I hoped to take with me, but it was stolen by some Tonawautan brute. Without knowing the value of that stone, I can't say it's worth giving chase. No, ads are happening! I was hoping I'd finish that before the ads started. Look, it's Bakuljaja. He's trying to be a good boy. He turned over a new leaf. He's reformed now. Not shown is him doing the little pushing fingers together motion while he's like, excuse me, I don't mean to threaten you, woo, but could you please leave? Oh, whoa. This place is super dangerous. And it would be really bad if you if you stayed here. He can threaten people in the name of good now. I don't think that's how that works. Also, fun, quote unquote, thing happened to me on Sunday. after stream. Heads up for anybody who streams Final Fantasy XIV on YouTube. Check your VODs. Because I got a copyright claim from somebody who definitely wasn't Square Enix, and it's the same entity that has like made claims against some of my other stuff, including stream VODs, and it's bullshit. So yeah, check your VODs, especially if your channel is monetized. Somebody may be siphoning money off of you. Haha. I've already disputed the claim. Now I get to wait 30 days. If and when my YouTube channel gets monetized, I might take like, oh man, this would suck for like the algorithm though. But at the very least, I may take a 30-day break from uploading How Comfy Is That Floor? Because I've definitely gotten videos that have gotten claimed with that. Fortunately, most of my other shorts I don't have a problem with. It's only been How Comfy Is That Floor. So I might take a 30-day break so that way I can schedule them like 31 days ahead of time. So it wouldn't be a break from me making them. It'd be a break, to be clear, from them being public. So that I could schedule them a month ahead of time. So that way, if I get a copyright claim, I can dispute it before they go public. And then, yeah. Anyway, welcome back from the ads, everybody. We were in the middle of talking to this guy. Without knowing the value of that stone, I can't say it's worth giving chase. But he ran off to the south if you mean to go after them. I'll be leaving now. If it's truly as dangerous as you say, I hope you'll be leaving as soon as well. Thank you for the head pats. So that's why you were chuckling. Excuse me, did you steal something from somebody? You came looking for some fancy trinkets too? Well, feast your eyes on this. It's a cube. Is that the same cube that used to be a guy? We spoke with anyone who would listen, though a few were too stubborn to heed our warnings. A block of raw electro? But how? I take it you're the one that found this. I'm sorry, but we can't let you leave with that stone. It's too dangerous. You expect me to just hand it over? Bah! This isn't Tuliolol. You have no authority here. I found it, and I'm keeping it. If you're a thief, do you care about authority? This is for your own good. Put the stone down and walk away, or else. He's not holding the stone. It's on a barrel. Careful, brother. Hand on him, and the vow of resolve will never let us hear the end of it. See, they're afraid of Kona. Ugh. We're already in her debt as it is. Oh wait, they're afraid of Wuklamat. Never mind, that's even better. Fine. You've come here to make your fortune, yes? Then let me pay you for it. Don't just blindly say that. That would certainly save me the trouble of finding a suitable buyer. But don't expect me to let it go for cheap. We couldn't help but overhear you're selling an artifact found in these ruins. Whatever this gentleman's willing to pay, I assure you I can pay more. Great. Just what we needed. What do you suppose we do now? Explaining the circumstances surrounding this place would likely take more time than we can afford. Hey, why don't you guys just, like, hang on. If his excuse for you not being able to do anything is that you're not in Tuliolol's, like, you're not in Tuliolol, and therefore it's not your jurisdiction. Why don't you just go stand outside of the portal and wait for him to leave? Because he's gonna have to at some point if he wants to actually sell it. Or whoever has it is gonna have to leave eventually. And then you just apprehend them there. Ah, of course. Why not hold an auction for the stone? An auction? That would certainly simplify matters. It would save you the trouble of bargaining with all interested parties separately, and incentivizes them. They changed tenses there, and it bothers me. And incentivizes them to pay you handsomely, lest they outbid, or lest they be outbid. Fine by me, but I'll only be accepting payment in gil. This money will be taking me overseas, where I can find. Let's hold the auction already and get this over with. But cool, Jaja, do you have money? I'm guessing Alshal was inspired by the nearby auction house. Still, that was quick thinking. An auction should hopefully make things easier for Bakul Jaja, assuming he can outbid his competition, of course. I'll offer up every last gil to my name if I have to. That stone will be mine. My work has been turning a tidy profit these days, so I've coin to spare. The following event cannot be skipped. You may wish to... Yeah, I'm not in any duty finder queues right now. Silly game. If I may have your opening bids. Bakul Jaja can't steal it. He'll get yelled at by Wuklama and Kona. But that's why I keep saying he could... He's part of the Landsguard, right? Just station him outside of the portal, and when whoever has the cube leaves, confiscate it in your capacity as a member of the Landsguard, or have a member of the Landsguard there. I can't steal it. I'm the Warrior of Light. I'm too heroic for that. Anyway, if I may have your opening bids. Can you handle the bidding? We don't have much experience with auctions, but we do have coin you can use. Around 1 million gil saved up from our work with the Landsguard. Hopefully that will be enough. But cool, Jaja, you're a member of the Landsguard. Just stand outside the portal and confiscate. Upon speaking with the Tonawatan thief, the auction will begin. You may also first speak with the other prospective buyers to receive hints regarding their potential bids. Foreign merchants relieved me of my stock a few moons past, and it's a good thing they did. 1,500,000 gil, and I was forced to spend half of it in preparation for this expedition. So he has about... Hang on. So if he had 15... That's 15,000, right? 1,500. 1,500,000. So that means he probably has about like 700,000-ish. 750k? Thank you. I was close. I have no time for the back and forth of this bargaining nonsense. All I need is one bid to win that stone. Okay, but how much do you have? while it's imperative that we recover the electrope, it wouldn't do to show your hand too early. Better to be conservative with your bids, staying just ahead of the competition. Damn, I wish I had money to join in. Seems like fun. I mean, I have, I think, like 50, 60 mil on this character. I win. We've 1,000,000 gil all told, but I'm trusting you won't need to spend all of it. Yeah, don't worry. I won't do that to you, but cool, Judge. Okay, so that's everybody. So time to bid. That is a literary device called foreshadowing. We'll see. So, what's your offer? Place bid? Yes. The auction has begun. Outbid your competitors for the electrope while conserving your capital. Right then. How much will you start with? How much should I go for, guys? Do we start? I'm not doing all of it. Do we do 100 or do we do 500? All of it? No, I don't want to do that, typical Jaja. No, I'm looking at the wiki and I'm seeing the dialogue. I can't do that to him. Well, we know he has like 750, so let's start with 500. A bold opening bid, but I'm willing to bet that's all you have. 560,000 gil. Half my savings gone. Surely they're close to conceding, right? Let's do this by increments. If I can win this bid by 1 gil over, then 600,000? How is anyone meant to compete with that? 1 out of the running. Good. Then I'll bid 700,000. Then I'll bid 701,000. Or I'm sorry. 7,101 gil. Yeah! Only 1 left now, but I don't think he'll give up without a fight. Yeah, 710,000 gil. Shit! Well, I've come too far to back down now. 720,000 gil. 730. Raising their bid by such a narrow margin. Someone's reached their limit. Yeah, 730,000 gil. Finally, it's over. You have a knack for business dealings, Jeuno. Maybe you were a merchant in another life. I mean, how do you think I end up with tens of millions of gil on an alt? I didn't send it from my main. I made that all on this character. This looks to be all of it. The stone is yours. Just so you know, that amount of gil is considered like pocket change in Eorzea. Have fun, bye! That was more expensive than I would have liked, but nothing a few hunt bills can't make up for, I hope. As fun as that looked, I'm sure I would have made a mess of things if that were me. I tend to get a little carried away under pressure. Well done, friend. Now, let's have a look at that electrope. Yeah, this presence. It feels familiar. The Shadow Lord. There's no mistaking that deep and bitter malice. This stone must have served as the heart of the Shadow Lord's echo. He was a being of pure hatred, responsible for bringing about the Crystal War. I was part of the company that would eventually bring his reign of terror to an end. You helped defeat the Shadow Lord? Meaning Alshel must have been there with her. But I don't remember ever hearing about that. In any case, I will hold on to the electrope. We should hurry back and speak with the Landsguard. Yeah, also, you have a good night, Ash. Thanks for hanging out and joining in on the raid. Excuse me, but were you speaking of the Shadow Lord just now? We were. If there's more you wish to know, perhaps I can help. I've heard a great many tales of the fiend from the bards who frequent the taverns here in Jeuno. I've been waiting for over yonder near the fountain for my companions to arrive, but you're welcome to speak with me until they do. He's the lore guy. A most welcome offer, though there is much to be said for a first-hand encounter with the echo in question. Perhaps we can revisit these tales another time, after we've made certain no more treasure hunters can readily gain entry. Let's return to Tuliolol and speak with the Landsguard. Shizune, come and meet us at Bright Bloom Post. Oh yeah, I forgot that eventually we get a version of this that we can see other players in. Okay. So back to Tuliolol. And to Bright Bloom Post we go. That's not Bright Bloom Post. This is Bright Bloom Post. I was hoping a few of the Landsguard would be here already. The Landsguard all appear to be well trained and well armed. I dare say they would be a match even for our soldiers back home. Once again, we're left with nothing but time on our hands until Cirilja shows himself. I suppose there's no shortage of work to be done if we ask the Landsguard. You may be better served exploring Taral, familiarizing yourself with the land. It wouldn't do to find yourself lost when we're needed most. Or when you're needed most. An honest-to-God's adventure! What a great idea! You're coming with me, Alshel, and don't you dare say you're not interested. Any self-respecting adventurer would jump at a chance like this. I'll not deny the suggestion piques my interest. We warn you now, though. The wilds of Taral are rife with danger. It is no place for the unprepared. I welcome the challenge. Ha ha ha! I can hardly count the number of times Vanadil's been visited by some world-ending calamity. But no matter how dire things may have seemed, we always found a way through. Together. This'll be no different. I'm sure of it. There's nothing we can't do so long as we have each other. A band of adventurers barely met, united in the face of great peril. Just like old times. Are adventurers always so sentimental? Adventurers always so sentimental? I mean, when you've been doing it long enough. Is that so terrible a thing? Ah, here he is. The moment we learn anything about Cirilja's movements, I've asked him to contact you. Thanks in advance. And there they go. Alright, to be continued in 2 weeks when we get to 7.3 content. In the meantime... Oh, there's another cutscene. Right. Meanwhile, in the Echo of Tulia... Yeah! Soon we will slaughter them all. Is that not so, Cirilja? Soon, my dawn servant. Very soon. Then there shall be none to stop you from taking your rightful place on the throne. How fortunate for me he lacks the wisdom of the true dawn servant. But he will be made fit to rule, or if he will be made fit to rule, I must choose from the echoes carefully. The Shadow Lord showed promise, but Vanadil is a land of rich history. I needn't settle for those who are but a blink of an eye in the annals of history. With the strength of the ancients, I will bring Tiral, no, the whole world, to its knees. I mean, you can try. Okay. We're not continuing with that tonight. Because A, we don't have time for a second Alliance raid, even if I wanted to try and do everything in one stream. B, it's healthier this way to do things patch by patch. But... Where is it? Here we go. We unlocked a new custom delivery NPC the other night. I just couldn't start her quests on Sunday because I'd already done all my, Allied Society stuff. You know what? I'll do it on Blacksmith. It's fine. And I'll do it on Carpenter for now, actually. I need some kind of level 100. Every time I run into this guy, he heals me. This railroad employee's come to Tuliolol in search of you. In search of me? There you are. I'm so glad I found you. I work over at the Shocktrell Railing. Or at Shocktrell Railing. Shunza asked me to send you his way if you happened to, or if I happened to see you. Not to alarm you, but there's trouble at the company again. It would mean the world if you could stop by and speak with him. He said he'd be waiting for you at Shaloni Station. If you can spare the time, Shenza said he'd be waiting for you at Shaloni Station. As for me, I'm off to Wachimeki Meki. We're hurting for supplies, and I've been charged with finding an artisan to shore up our stock. I mean, I think you found that artisan. Hi, I'm Shizu. Nice to meet you. I am artisan. I'll make this slightly quicker. Oh, right, because he's over at the station. Not at the place here. Okay. Fair enough. They're offices. That's what I meant by place. Sweet baby Sunbeard. It's Shizune. What a relief to see you. First, I want to say how much we all appreciate you and the Dawn Servants for finding a solution to our noise problem. With our new and improved train ready to roll, Shocktrell Railing is back in business. But for some reason, things have grown tense between Nitoikwe and the chief. When we ask them about it, they insist that nothing's wrong. And that's why we need you, Shizune. After all you've done for us, they'd be fools not to trust you. So, what do you say? Will you help us figure out what's got him so hot under the collar? You want me to get in the middle of their marital dispute? Are you kidding me? I like living. They're at the office now over in Sheshenewezi Springs. Go on ahead and I'll be right behind you. Man, after all the things I have done to save this world, truly the most daunting task, the most dangerous task I've had to take on is getting between a fighting married couple. I don't know if I want to do this. My sense of self-preservation says it is a bad idea. Oh, it's you, Shizune. Sorry, but as you can see, I've got my hands full at the moment. Uh-huh. Hi, you two. What's up? Shenza? Zapia? You two didn't ask her to... you two didn't ask her here, did you? They sure did. See what I mean? The whole company can tell that something's off. Nitoikwe. We need to come to an agreement on this. Well, nothing you say is gonna change my mind, so I suggest you start listening to reason. Reason? Give me one good reason that we ought to take you out of, or take you out of the driver's seat. Oh, don't be so dramatic. Look at you all shaking like ironic, look at you all shaking like Ronak calves. Why are you three even here? I heard you were fighting and was asked to help. Mom, Dad, please stop fighting. You're scaring the kids. The boys got so worried that they came crying to you? Well, I'm sorry they dragged you into this. Now that you're here, though, I reckon we could use the unbiased perspective. Fine. You want the full story? It'd be a good place to start. As you all know, Valkona and Shizune went to great lengths to help us construct a much quieter locomotive. We resumed northbound service to just outside of Vanguard, where the tracks end, but our work is far from over. As it stands, our company is faced with two large-scale projects. The first is to keep our daily operations running smoothly in order to bring in revenue. Business as usual, in other words. The second, however, is a new challenge, reconnecting the tracks through Vanguard to Yasulani Station. We're willing to perform the repairs ourselves, of course, but the land now falls under Alexandria's dome, beyond our jurisdiction. We can't just leave the tracks as they are, so I have been negotiating with the Wing of Reflection behind the scenes to make the necessary arrangements. On top of all this, of all his other duties, of which there are far too many, the new train is in many ways still a prototype, and we have a supply shortage. That's why I offered to step down from driving to run the station, but this oaf won't even consider it. He'd rather work himself into an early grave, I suppose. He just knows you're happiest at the throttle is all. It's clear you're both worried sick about each other, so why not kiss and make up? The point is, I wouldn't need to give up driving if we could just convince a competent artisan to keep us stocked. Oh, I'm one of those. I could help, for a price. You take commissions, Jeuno? Well, now, that changes things. With fewer duties on the administrative side, she could manage both well enough. Can I count on you to assist Nitoikwe with our daily operations, then? Yeah, sure, it's no problem. Thank you, Shizune. You'll be an asset to the railing. Well then, we have much to discuss. Will you step outside with me for a moment? Of course. Right. Now that Shizune has matters well in hand, the two of us had better get back to work. Thanks again. I can't thank you enough for offering to help. If I'd known you'd take commissions, I'd have asked long ago. Words can scarcely express how relieved I am to have your help in this, Shizune. Now, I'll get straight to the point. You ever tried keeping a locomotive quiet? It'll take plenty of polish and plenty more maintenance, keeping everything in pristine condition. To ensure the work flows smoothly, allow me to introduce you to our local vendors. If you require materials, there's a good chance Payway sells them. As for, Kenauna, you wouldn't by any chance be connected to Rowena, would you? As for Kenauna, she'll take your scripts in exchange for a variety of quality goods. Anyway, I'll leave you to get started. Whenever you have something to deliver, come and speak with me. Yeah, it's custom delivery time. But also, excuse me, do you work for Rowena? You don't have a like, small talk option. Awesome. That's not concerning. Anyway, oh wait, you're the script exchange. 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. And we're doing this on a level 100 job because I need to use custom deliveries for the time being to get orange scripts for gear, because I'm not gonna bother spending gil on gear for this character. She's just an alt. But it would be nice if I had some kind of level 100 gear. I've decided this is my low stress character. I'm not gonna like, because I do everything minimum item level, I'm not gonna bother grinding scripts for gear, or not scripts. Not gonna bother grinding tomestones for gear, so I'm not doing roulettes on her. Other than like frontline roulette on jobs I promised the community I would level up in the first place. Because like, what's the point? Unless 7.5 comes out and I can't do the 7.5 content with the gear that I get from dungeons, raids, then I will worry about probably buying something off the market board or something just to tip me over the edge. But like, yeah, when you do everything mine, there's really no point in worrying about your item level. That's something for me to worry about on my main. And I figure, well, I might as well have that same mindset about crafting and gathering. I've been using scripts to buy my crafter and gatherer gear since Heavensward content anyway, so yeah, I've run into a problem before because I stream 14 and it's also the game I play to relax. I've gotten really bad burnout. So I'm trying to keep a healthy mindset in terms of how much time and effort I put into this character compared to my main. And yeah, so point being, we're doing custom deliveries on a level 100 job until I have enough for gear. And then I'll have to do the same thing on my gatherers. And then I'll worry about if I need using custom deliveries to level up jobs. And in the meantime, I have the Yokoi quests that I can use for easy leveling. Easy, lazy leveling. Anyway, hi Nitoikwe. I have presents for you. Thanks for coming, Shizune. We need all the help we can to keep our new train running whisper quiet. I know how custom deliveries work. I do not need the game explaining it to me every single time I unlock a new NPC. Why is this not part of that new tutorial thing that they added a couple patches ago? Yeah, I don't care about spending scripts. It's fine. It's whatever. Oh, I forgot to actually read her dialogue. I don't need an explanation. The key to keeping the train running quiet is to minimize creaks and groans. That's why we regularly polish any parts that are quick to wear, like the wheels. Shizune, you've outdone yourself. I could scour the springs and never find something half as good as this. I know our engineers will be pleased as punch about this delivery. Wait here while I get it all squared away for him, would you? Sorry it took a while. As I was shelving the supplies, Balika got curious to see your handiwork. Suffice it to say, you've exceeded his expectations too. I'm glad I could be of service. We really owe you, Shizune. With our train running so quietly, the Ronek are back to grazing undisturbed, and the locals have you to thank for that. Our passengers like it too, and when they're happy, the railing's happy. Watching these stone folk cry tears of joy after being kept from Shaloni for so long. I couldn't be prouder of our work. I mean, for some of them, it's probably the first time they've ever seen the wide open sky before. And sunlight. Speaking of which, there was another project I'd like your help with. Give me some time to iron out the particulars, and I'll be in touch, alright? Of course. Itoikwe is pleased with your efforts. She now considers you a marriage mediator. Uh-oh. And yet, there's still much work to be done if the Shock Terrell railing is to continue operating smoothly. To that end, Itoikwe has a new favor to ask of you. Now then, I'd like to speak with you about the next project I have in mind. Something I think our passengers need. For the Dome Dwellers, some 30 years have passed, yeah? That would explain why so many of our southbound riders are middle-aged and older. Yet, save for our noise-dampening efforts, the train has largely remained the same, particularly the interior. With poor lighting and hard wooden seats, I doubt our elderly passengers will find it as tolerable as before. So, it's time we made some improvements. Going forward, we're looking for supplies to up and soften our carriage interiors. I hope we can count on you. Yeah. I've got more for you. Just who I was hoping to see. We're remodeling the carriage interiors for a more comfortable ride. Yep, here you go. As I've said, many passengers traveling out of the dome are at an age where rest is paramount. I'd like for them to be seated comfortably. Shizune, you've outdone yourself. I could scour the springs and never find something half as good as this. How am I doing on... Okay, yeah, I'm doing fine in terms of orange scripts. I don't care about capping purple scripts, but orange I need to be careful about. As I've said, oh yeah, I've read this already. Here you go. And last one for this week. I appreciate everything you're able to bring us, Shizune. Because of you, I can manage operations from the driver's cab if need be. And on my days off, whenever you're not around, I sit in the office and balance the books. That's not what a day off is, ma'am! It was rough going at first, but I've nearly got the hang of it now. Yeah. Alright. And then let me talk to you real quick. You know what? I am a typical Final Fantasy XIV player. I'm gonna double check and make sure, I already have this, that there aren't any other, especially chess pieces, that I might want for glamour. No, I think I already got all of my basics, right? This isn't something I'd want. I mean, it's cute, but it's not really the aesthetic I'm going for with my crafter glam. I mean, that's actually really cute. That's really nice. How does it dye? Like, if I dyed this, say, black. Actually, if I dyed this dark blue and then had the sleeves black, oh, that's actually really nice. But I like the rolled up sleeves of, well, it's not that rolled up, but you know. Leatherworker also always has some really nice glamour, and this does feel like a natural progression from the glamour I was using before. But I don't know, there's something about it that I'm not... I'll get it eventually. It's not a high priority thing. This is too floofy for my taste. As much as I like it and fully plan on getting it eventually, not now. Not you. Because also the red part isn't dyeable. You're not helpful. Alright. And then we're gonna skip down to here. And I am going to buy... Oh, everything else is 300. Okay. So... that means I can get the headpiece and gloves. There we go. And for those of you who like seeing number go up, let's go over to the stats page and... boom. Oh, for some reason, I guess because people usually use it like this, I didn't realize that visor went down on this. That's interesting. I thought it was just a halo. Time to die or to glamour over it. Whoops, that's not how I want that to look. There we go, much better. Oh yeah, how does that one chest piece I was looking at look with my goggles? Because the goggles are very important. I was looking at, what was it? It was the, not bolt rise, it was hide rise, right? Yeah. I mean, it looks cute. What if I did a lighter blue? What if I did... This is just me playing around at this point. I'm not buying it anytime soon, obviously. That actually is really cute. I'll have to think about that. But I really want to gear up my jobs. So, but yeah. Alright, so that's Nito Ikwe done for this week. She is currently the only Dawn Trail custom delivery NPC. They're adding the other one in 7.5. They're only doing 2 this expansion. We're gonna get to do custom deliveries for Auntie T. I'm sorry, Aunt T. But yeah, let me check something. Because I need to save some stuff for tomorrow. I know Hildebrand is only 1 quest tomorrow. Okay, so 7.1 was MSQ, Jeuno. Oh, that's right! We'll do that tomorrow. The little Pandemonium epilogue quest got added in 7.1. So we'll do that tomorrow after Hildebrand, I think. Fiend's Extreme got added in 7.1. Jade Stoa Unreal. Allied Society Quest of Pelu Pelu. Yep. 7.1 was additional in Wakumeki Meki, Hildebrand, and here we go. And 7.16 was additional Dawn Trail role quest. So we'll be doing the role quests tomorrow after Hildebrand. We'll also do the Pandemonium epilogue tomorrow. And yeah. And then 7.2 will be on Sunday. Anyway, let's find somebody for us to raid tonight. Because we got everything we want to get done tonight done. Feels good. Who do we want to raid tonight? Ooh. Hang on. What's this in reference to? We have somebody who's in Dawn Trail. But I don't... The preview of their stream isn't helping. They're messing with Glamour, so I don't know what they he released the what is in reference to. That could be based on Trail. That could be 7.3. That could be one of the raid-related things. But Moki's artist doing Omega. You know what? Let's raid Moki. Because she is doing Omega, and that's fun. So all right, we're raiding Mokizard. And yeah, I'm gonna wrap up the stream for tonight. Thank you everybody so much for joining me tonight. If anybody who helped out with the raid earlier is still here, Big thank yous to all of you. I really appreciate it. We almost had a full party for the strummer. That was fun. So yeah, tomorrow I'll be back at 7:30. We will, p.m. Luca has his ultrasound first thing in the morning, to check on the status of his cancer. Hopefully we get good news. Tomorrow night is either going to be a celebration or it's going to be, hopefully not me burying my sorrows. Hopefully, I mean, he's eating, he has his energy, things seem fine. I think I'm just being neurotic. I hope I'm just being neurotic. And I'll feel a lot better once he's gotten his ultrasound tomorrow. For anybody who needs context, my cat had cancer last year and he's in remission and the ultrasound. But yeah, anyway, but, also tomorrow night is the first night of Passover. So yeah, that'll be fun for me. And if anybody else observes, I hope you have a good first night of Passover. We all stand in solidarity together, avoiding what we gotta avoid. But yeah, anyway, words are hard. I'm gonna wrap up for tonight. Oh, right, so tomorrow, though, we're gonna be starting off with 7.1 Hildebrand. Tragically, it is one singular quest, but it's a good one. I really like the Dawn Trail, Hildebrand quests. I might even, there's some stuff I gotta do on my main tonight, because guess who hasn't done the Dawn Trail roll quest capstone yet? And we're doing that tonight, or tomorrow night as well. Tomorrow night is gonna be Hildebrand, then Pandemonium epilogue, then roll quest capstone quest. And then that should be everything for 7.5, or 7. Oh my god, 7.5, the patch that isn't even out yet. 7.1. And then Sunday, starting at 4:30 Central, we will be going into 7.2 MSQ. If you want in on the dungeon, if you want in on the trial, be sure to be there. As usual, we will be doing everything that we're able to. Minimum item level, no echo. And then next week, Tuesday and maybe Wednesday if we can't get through all of it on Tuesday, depending on people's availability, we will be doing 7.3 Arcadian and you know, continuing the side quests and stuff. We'll have to see how things go. But yeah, anyway, I'm gonna wrap up. I'm gonna go send you guys over to Moki, and until I see you all again, I hope you have a good night. Stay safe, stay healthy, and take care. Bye-bye!